What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, we have our purple English player, SoldieR, spawning in the southwest of Gorge. Up here in the northeast, we have Faye as our yellow Japanese. So I tried a different intro right there. Did not like it. Didn't care for it. It was terrible. So I'm gonna stick to what I've been doing. I was very uncomfortable with that intro, not gonna lie. Anyways, enough of my insecurities. Let's get into the game. 2 on wood, mail coming through. I haven't seen this build in a while. He is going to be going for early farms. He's not really going for the 8 farm, the 10 farm layout, which is what you normally would see with this kind of build. He is going for the normal, more of a normal build. He could still actually, no, he can't, because the positioning on his on his mill just isn't fit for a 10 farm layout. Over here on our Japanese side, we do have 7 on food, and we're going to start slowly building up that count. I've seen Japanese go 8-2, 7-3. We'll see what Faye-chan opts to do. It looks like she's going to be going for the 8-2 though, instead of the 7-3, which is fine. Of course it's fine. It's Faye-chan. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, I'm not sure why exactly they're starting to do this 8-2 build. I've been seeing it a lot on... Okay, so it's just a delayed 3 on gold for our Japanese. Wait. This doesn't look right. Is it? Wait. Oh, I forgot to... I forgot to switch over my settings. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there it goes. His farm layout is gonna be off. He'll be able to do... Yeah. So he will have the 4 on the left side. He will have the 4 on the right side once this berry is gone. So he is actually going for the 10 farm layout, and the Kura storehouse is coming up pretty damn quick. That's gonna be a sub 4 minute Kura. I do like that. Doesn't go for the Dark Age Tuara upgrade. We'll see if she gets it while aging up. Is off. No, has enough for it. Has a 2550. There it goes. Perfect timing on the Tuara. And we have that farm transition. Quite a few sheep here for our English player as well. We'll see what he ends up doing over here. Of course, it's going to be the council hall. Very unlikely that it'll be... Every time. I love it, though. We get the Abbey of Kings. Yes, I love it. Anything that isn't the council hall is amazing. Anything that is at the School of Cavalry is amazing. I can't really say anything about the Kura storehouse because we see the Kura and the Koka quite a bit. Of course, the Kura is chosen a little bit more than the Kura. The Kura is chosen a little bit more than the Koka. That's fine. It's not like it's a huge difference between the, let's say, Minework Palace, Aachen Chapel of the HRE, Abbey of Kings, Council Hall for the English. For the French and French variant, it's 99.9999% of the time going to be a School of Cavalry instead of a Chamber of Commerce, right? Like, those are givens. We are getting the outpost, a slightly forward outpost. Usually you'll have it a little more beside your villagers when you're going against, let's say, French variant, any kind of feudal cav civ. But when you're going against English, you're going to put it a little further out. Going to put it like about here, anywhere in this section to deny out the longbows. But as we know, let me see, Faye-chan doesn't know. Faye-chan doesn't know. Scotty does it? No. Oh, I might get DMCA 8 for that. But what Fiona doesn't know will hurt her, because it is going to be a king coming out shortly. The king needs a buff. Definitely needs a buff. The king should be able to wreck Joan of Arc in a one-on-one, or Jeanne d'Arc. Either way. Nice 10 farm setup though. I really like this. This is really good. This is a solid build. Generally, the reason I didn't think that it was going to be a 10 farm setup is because generally you'll see it being attached to the TC. So if we rotate this really quick, you'll have a farm right here. You'll have all 4 farms on this side. Or excuse me, you'll have the 4 farms going this way, and then right next to the TC in order to get the maximum amount of walking distance, or the minimum amount of walking distance between each turn in. And now the king is sliding across the map. Does get spotted out by Faye. Is it going to go in for any kind of damage right off the rip? I don't believe so. I don't think it's nice. Amazing control right there by Faye. Does block the charge with the scout. Really good right there. Like, this needs a buff somewhere. I don't know where, because then it'll become broken. Actually, I don't even think so. Give it 3 yeah, because it's sitting on 2-2, right? Yeah, give it 3-3. 3 melee, 3 ranged armor in feudal. That'll be fine. Charge does go off. It does connect. It connects right as the villager does get in. Oh, did the damage get negated? It should have died. Ooh. I think the charge did get negated right there. Interesting. Because I saw it go off, saw the lance break as well, but no damage went through. And we are up to 9 farms. Switch it over. Boom. 9. Need to eat up those berries pretty damn quickly. I would just switch over these and just eat that up. Nom 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 nom. Call it good. 4 farms, 4 free farms. 5th free farm does come up, and now we're going to be going into floating gate. There's no point in picking up the other one. The other landmark is just absolutely garbage. Actually, I don't even remember what it's called right now either. I never remember what it's called. The only time I've ever made it was by pure accident. That's it. I'm in the middle of something. Temple of Equality. There you go. Unlock the Buddhist monk. A little bit. Oh, a white tower rush in the front of the base. Does Faye? Yes, of course Faye sees this. There's an outpost right there. This tower rush is gonna be absolutely devastating if it gets up, and it will be getting up. There's no 2 ways around this. Villagers would have to get pulled right now in order to be able to defend against this, and no villagers are getting pulled. White tower is about halfway done, and the floating gate is going to be finishing up in the next 15-ish seconds. We're gonna have our stables down, but the stables is on the other side. It's on the other side of the base, so the Yoroshiru, or excuse me, the Shinto priest is gonna have to walk over there, immediately queues up a mounted samurai, but it's too late. It's honestly too late. The entire front base of our Japanese player is gonna be shut down from this. Look at the range on this. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not Berkshire range, but it's still range. This is a double-edged sword though, right? He is gonna start making units from here. He could even go into siege from here as well, start making a trebuchet, and the moment that the trebuchets start coming down, oh, he is going to be grabbing the stone from here as well. So he could even go for a forward keep. So use it as a stepping stone realistically. White tower right here, keep goes down right here. Charge going to be going off on the villagers. Nice by Fei Chen. Nice reaction by Fei Chen, able to bring it back. Villagers did get moved over to the right, to the east side of the map. Shinto priest moving out, grabbing the first relic. Very little damage getting done onto the white tower from the good old-fashioned outpost. It's gonna get burned down now. What is this? So it does 36 damage, well, 12 damage 3 times. That's a lot of arrows. That is a lot of arrows. Wait, is he gonna be able to get the scout at least? Okay. We are getting a little bit of an attack over here on the wood line of our English player. That is an armored unit with no anti-armor back here. Especially since he went for the Abbey of Kings instead of the Council Hall. He's not going to be able to make crossbows back at home anytime soon. They are going to have to come out of the White Tower, but it's in the front. We're going to see after he ends up making a Springald. He might try to find. Does he see it? He didn't see it. Okay, now he does see the outpost because it did open fire onto one of the knights, or onto the king. From what it seems like, there's a decent amount of knights out right now. There's currently 4 plus the king. Shinto priest is going to get charged on. It's going to go down. Faye Chan is sitting on 4 mounted samurai, making a trebuchet of her own. Still a little bit of harass coming down over here. Only able to get a single villager killed and loses the mounted samurai as well. No kills yet. King does go down. No kills yet for our English player though. No villager kills, that is. Springald emplacement is on the outpost next to the gold. Where are you going, Mr. Shinto priest? You need to get out of there. You need to try to grab those. That's not going to be good. You need to start grabbing those relics. A Shinto priest has already went down. Springald emplacement is there. Knows where these villagers are. They do get garrisoned. Both of these villagers are going to die though. Does at least get 1 knight, possibly a second. Shinto priest is gonna probably go down. He needs to pop Wololo immediately. Hopefully SoldieR isn't paying attention. Okay, Faye Chan wasn't paying attention, and she ends up losing yet another Shinto priest. There are two trebuchets out for Faye. Villagers are moving to the north. What are you guys planning to do? Oh, okay, those 2 villagers are going to make an outpost in the back. No Springalds coming out yet. Well, SoldieR can't afford it. What is it? 250, 250, 12 seconds? 15 seconds for a trebuchet. And an attempted keep coming up here in order to block out the gold, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. There is a Springald emplacement right here. There's already villagers garrisoned. There's only 4 villagers here for our English player. Instead, he's gonna opt for another forward outpost on the primary gold. A second outpost is coming up for Faye at her secondary gold. Needs to secure a gold vein desperately bad. Cannot risk losing it. Those 2 trebuchets are going to be trying to get this White Tower down. The economy of our English player really isn't that good. Only 8 villagers on wood, and that's what you're going to need as your as your only source in order to repair your landmarks, your White Tower, for instance. And he is running low. He's gonna be running dry pretty damn quickly. Faye Chan needs a 3rd trebuchet. I really like the Yodashido in there though. I really like the Yodashido inside of the siege workshop. We do have 2 outposts up and running for our Japanese player at the secondary gold. Springald emplacement about to come through on the outpost next to the wood line. No, you can't afford to lose the lose the Onimusha. Need to see a little bit more micro coming out of our Japanese player, because that's 2 Onimusha, or is that just 1 that went down right there? I think that's 2. There. Oh no, that is just 1. Yeah, because that's the body, that's the horse. These reinforced, or this reinforced outpost with the Springald is putting in a ton of work. Faye Chan is able to secure a secondary gold source up here in the northern part of the map. It does get scouted out since there is an outpost there, and the White Tower might actually be going down pretty damn soon. It's, yeah, 1 more volley and it's gone. SoldieR ended up running low on wood for a decent amount of time right there. But is Faye Chan even gonna have a big enough military in order to defend this? I don't know why she made a third. I don't know why now she made a third trebuchet. Like, she could have used that way earlier, not after she kills the White Tower. And villagers are going to be going down for Faye Chan to those knights and kings. We'll see what Faye does from here, though. I think she needs to just start cranking out as many Unamusha as she can. There's 11 idle villagers right now too. Wololo going off up here in the northern side next to the gold vein isn't going to be able to get anything, but either way for SoldieR, he is going to be able to get a couple more villager kills and also deny out this relic. Maybe actually the Shinto priest could just jump inside of the outpost if he really wanted to. The Onimusha is getting, excuse me, the Onimusha count is getting I want to say a little scary. Maybe he's only at 3, but once you start getting to like 4, 5, 6, he should have actually already been there. But he did lose a couple Onimusha for free, and just now the arrow upgrade, I don't remember what it's called, Kaburoya, the speed increase when they're in range of an enemy unit, has finally came through. That was pretty late on that upgrade, in all honesty. That should have came in a lot sooner in order to be able to kite the knights a little bit better, because those charges did come off on them. They did connect and they did end up killing a few of the Onimusha. Our English player sitting on 1400 food, only 100 gold. He does have 15 villagers on gold right now though, so it's not gonna be that bad. His eco really isn't that bad, especially since he's been able to kill off 4 of Faye Chan's 5 of Faye Chan's villagers. So it is 56 to 53. The numbers will be getting a little closer. He did put the Yoroshiru inside of the TC. And how many? He's sitting on 2 relics. There's a 3rd relic that's close. And then there's still the 4th relic in the middle of the map. Decent number, decent military count for SoldieR, currently sitting at 22 with 9 spears, 11 knights, a king, and of course the scout. The main thing for our Japanese player is going to be that Onimusha count though. In order to just snipe off the knights, do as much damage as you can. It does take a while to get the critical number, which is about 16. I think it's 16 or 18 in order to one-shot a knight. But you also have to keep in mind, no, you can't let that happen, Faye. You can't let those charges connect on the Onimusha. When the speed boost happens, just move them. You need to move them away as quickly as possible. Take that advantage, take that movement speed, kite, get a couple shots in. Faye is currently sitting on 12 Onimusha, has lost about 4 or 5 this game. I really wish there was a unit kill count. These are just basic spears. Oh no, they're hardened spears. Okay, they don't have their veteran Cs. Don't charge those. If you're gonna charge them, at least send in the horsemen first. And now the Onimusha are out in the open. They could get jumped on pretty fast right here. Faye does need a kite as best as she possibly can, but she has her entire army grouped up, so the Onimusha aren't really going as fast as they're supposed to be. Does need to poke back in, has to just move the Onimusha one at a time, or as an individual group instead of with the majority of the army. We do have forward outposts up now. They are going to be getting their springald emplacements, which will add a little bit more damage onto the units of our English player. Full walls are done on the southern end, and they're basically done on the northern end. I think it's just one segment left, right? Yep, the last segment just finished up right now too. 2 relics, well, one relic going over to SoldieR right now. He does have a second one that's in a pretty secure location, And this is exactly what Faye needs to do though. Just poke and prod with the Onimusha. Run in, get a good amount of damage in on whatever she can. Right, just like that. Just keep doing that over and over. And try to whittle down as many units as you can, but she can't afford to lose the Onimusha like this. She should be sitting on 24 or 25 easily, if not more, if she was not paying more attention, but if she was microing just a little bit better. The king does go down, and now the counter assault, the counter assault comes in for the Japanese player, able to do quite a bit of damage right there onto the spears, onto the knights and horsemen. The Onimusha need to get microed better though. Oh, that charge, if it connects, could be very devastating. One does hit, second, third, fourth. Oh, that's 2 Onimusha, 4 Onimusha down total. And we do see Faye split off the rest of her cavalry. There's a lot of there's a lot of villagers up here. Did she notice them though? I don't think she did. She didn't see where they went. And still, nice little kiting coming off over here in the middle. A ton of damage coming through from the Onimusha onto the cavalry of our English player. SoldieR is adding in more horsemen though, since they don't take bonus damage from the Onimusha, just armored units. But even then, Faye is just poking in and out. That's really all she needs to do in order to maximize the amount of damage she does. Her cavalry up here on the western side are still looking for the villagers, unable to find them. And another little split off of Onimusha and horsemen are rotating, no, mounted samurai are rotating down to the south side of SoldieR's base. Are they going to be able to find anything? And even more Onimusha go down in the middle of the map. I think that's 4 more Onimusha have died. Faye should be sitting on over 30 right now if she was microing properly. I'm not sure why these trebuchets are still chilling at base. She could have easily moved them up, but still hasn't. Where's the rest of her cavalry? Sitting over here on the western side, a few units over here on the eastern side. There's a single villager on the east getting some stone in where they can. Now it looks a little bit more passive. A keep is coming up. Wait, Faye does see this because of the outpost. So that keep is going to come up and then it's just going to go down. The 3 trebuchets are moving up towards it and they're just going to be able to lay fire on it very quickly. SoldieR has vision as well, I think. No, not really. That's a lot of villagers that are going to be going down though. Is able to pick off 9 villagers right there. 61 villagers, 60 villagers now for SoldieR to the 68 of Faye Chan. Remember, she does have the Yoroshiru inside of the TC, which reduces the production of her villagers by 20%. So instead of 20 seconds, it is 16 seconds. 16 seconds a villager, not too shabby, pretty good. These villagers are trying to escape. There is already a palisade gate up. So these Onimusha just need a beeline all the way over there. Just follow them, kill them off, start burning down that palisade gate. It looks like her little assault on the eastern side has been cleaned up. On the western, there's still a decent army here for Faye. She needs to hide them. She needs to look for those villagers. The villagers are going straight over there. She does split that army in half as well. Faye is playing a very good game right now. She is putting in so much work all over the place, needs to keep this mangonel up too though. She is putting in a lot of work, a lot of micro throughout the entire map, splitting the attention of our English player in multiple directions, and it seems like he's having a little bit of trouble figuring out where to defend, where to attack, but he is deciding to push down the middle, and even that is getting pushed back. The manga now is for some reason moving all the way back home. Is Faye gonna push through though? There's a decent amount of spears right here to actually defend against this. They will be able to clear up this entire cavalry on the western side. Meanwhile, in the middle, King is up and running again. He will get picked. Oh no, he doesn't get picked off. and the spears do kill all the cavalry that were on the western side. What are you guys doing? You guys are gonna just lay fire onto the wolf. No, poor Wolfie. May you rest in peace, Spidey infantry. More walls are being put up by our English player over here on the western side as well. Villagers, a lot of villagers. Come on, there's villagers right there. 1 villager, 2 villagers, 3, and there's still more right here that are gonna get pulled back as well. Shinto priest, or no, excuse me, monk getting shot in the face by an Onimusha on the southeastern sacred site. A single horseman on the northwestern secret site, gonna neutralize that one as well. And an attack straight down the middle again. 63 villagers. Oh, screw the villagers. Look at this attack right here. Mangonels are going to be vital in this. The amount of longbows in the back line will be able to shred all of these Onimusha if these mangonels do not connect. Amazing shots. First shot, second shot, both of those were really good. They did end up killing about 4 of the longbows and doing a ton of damage to a lot of the other ones that were remaining. But it looks like our Japanese player is actually going to be getting overwhelmed here. Nice little micro from the mangonels in order to split the damage up, but there's no front line for Faye. She is getting completely overran. Now the mangonels are down. As I say that, a third one did come up, but it is going to be very difficult for her to be able to hold this. The springled emplacements doing a ton of damage. What do you have planned now, soldier? He's just gonna go ahead, destroy the outposts, get rid of some of the defenses of Faye. She is sitting on 93 villagers, 21 military, is gonna try to charge in, baits it a little bit. Soldiers on 67 villagers, 52 military, 11 horsemen, 16 man-at-arms, 17 longbows, 4 crossbows, and 4 spears, as where Faye is sitting on 95 villagers, 24 military, 16 Onimusha, 4 mounted samurai, 3 trebuchet, 2 mounted horse, or excuse me, 2 horsemen, 2 Uma bannermen. Where are you though? I don't see the Umas anywhere. Oh, there's one. Where's, oh, both of them are right there. Awesome. Okay. A little bit of a ceasefire. We are getting a split. These horsemen are going to be coming in from behind in order to just wrap around the Onimusha, but the speed boost does proc for them, and it does let them get away, just barely though. By the skin of their teeth, they're able to make it out. These villagers are going to be pushing out way too far in order to place that outpost. I do not like that. Those could be a lot of potential dead villagers. And as I say that, there's a total of 28 villagers over here that soldier does not have vision of quite yet. Even more villagers are coming up here with very few defenses. 2 TC against 1 TC. Yeah, sitting on 1 TC. 19 villager kills, 4 soldiers, 17 for, or excuse me, 19 villager kills, 4 Faye, 17 for soldier. What is going to happen up here? What is gonna go on in this fight? Soldier has more than double the military supply of Faye. Is that at least a shogunate? No, that's not. That's a daimyo palace. It's not even a shogunate. I think that's what she's trying to go for. That's why she sent 16 villagers up here to the stone in order to get that better defensive structure. Get that TC up and running, get the shogunate palace, start shooting rockets and death from above. This has been hell of a back and forth, but I think soldier's gonna be able to close this out very soon, especially with the amount of horsemen he has up here in order to try to deal with the villagers of Faye. There was about 40 villagers up there alone. That could completely change the dynamic of this game if he's able to kill off even half of those. And now another fight is gonna break off up here. There aren't enough defensive structures. There's not enough room in order to micro. The mangonels are completely out of position. They're gonna get sniped out by the horsemen. They just go straight into the back line. are the samurai going to be able to defend him? But no, instead her own samurais body blocked two of the Manganaos. The third one is barely going to be able to survive. It still hasn't got a single shot off. The Onamusha were in melee range of the man-at-arms, and now the horsemen are trying to get some damage done in the farms of our Japanese player, but that is not going to happen. There are units over there in order to deal with them. Still, this Manganao in the front hasn't fired a single shot. By the time it goes in, it dies. There's still a significant amount of Onamusha here in order to deal with the man-at-arms, but GG gets called. Game goes to our purple English player, SoldieR. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.